Red tide spreading from Pinellas County to the Florida Bay, and now many worry about a new bloom in the Gulf of Mexico, calling it brown tide. SNN Jennifer Vaglis explains.
An 11-month algae bloom. Scientists across Florida are working to understand.
Well, it's still ongoing, so we're continuing to collect samples and do analysis. So it'll be a while before we have any sort of, new findings.
Despite beach cleanup efforts and northwest winds pushing affected water offshore, Mote staff scientist Dr. Vince Loveco says red tide isn't going anywhere.
Relief on the beaches, both from respiratory irritation as well as the discolored water right up on the beach, and of course the dead fish. So I think there's been some relief, but I don't necessarily know that that means the bloom is going away.
Meanwhile, another algae bloom grows in the Gulf of Mexico, trichodesmium, or sea sawdust. Many mistakenly call brown tide.
Different group of species altogether, but someone decided to use that term brown tide to refer to trichodesmium, probably because when the blooms are healthy, they can appear brown. But it is a cyanobacteria, a blue-green algae, even though it does not look blue-green.
Dr. Loveco says although a sensationalized idea, it is possible for red tide to feed off sea sawdust, creating a bigger bloom.
Corynea is pretty efficient at reusing its own nutrients, so I don't know how much of a nutrient source the trichodesmium bloom would really provide above what's already out there.
Calling it an interesting concept, but not concerning.
There's a lot of sources of nutrients out there. I mean, even the dying fish have been hypothesized to be a nutrient source for Corynea itself.
In Sarasota, Jennifer Vaglis, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.